Okay, so I'm going to be walking you through the homework project for this week. It's a NodeJS command line application called LIRI, and essentially what it's going to do is it's going to use a couple different APIs to request information, and all of this is going to be controlled on the command line of your terminal through a couple different commands and search queries. And what the APIs we're using are Spotify, OMDB, as well as bands in town. And this basically allows you to search for a song you'd like to know more information about, movie you'd like to know more information about, and also, if you wanted to look up a band and find out concert information as well as venue information, that's also something it does. And then the last thing it does is it reads information from this text file here, random.txt, and it grabs this information and searches for it as per the instructions of the homework. So I'm just going to walk through and kind of show you a little bit about each one of these. For starters, I'm just going to get rid of this just to kind of make it easier to explain the process. So for starters, we have to get into the folder that contains this application. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, there we are. And now that we're in here, we can do node LIRI.js, and I'm going to start off with Spotify to show a little bit of that off. So you do Spotify this song, and I'm going to use the song Ocean Man by Ween just as an example here. So you search it, you can see first off it says that this is loaded, and that's talking about the log.txt file that was just created, and I'll explain that in a second here. But first off, you can see that the song that we searched was Ocean Man, so the artist that first popped up is Ween, of course, and the album is The Mollusk, and the track name was Ocean Man. And you can also see the it has a track preview that you can copy and paste into your URL and get a little snippet of the song itself. And you can also see some of the other artists and songs that were popped up off of that keyword. And there's a whole list of them here. And then it also logs all of this information into a text file off to the side here. And it appends all of it, so this is all information that's going to stay in here until you delete this file again. But for now, you can see that everything is populating the way it should. And since we're already in Spotify, I'll speak about this a little bit as well. But if you do not put a song in that is a valid song, or if nothing is populated from the song that you're searching for, it will automatically default to the song, the sign by Ace of Base, as also indicated in the instructions. And I'll just show that really quick. So if you just do nonsense letters here, you'll see that it pulls up, there it is, Ace of Base, the sign, and some other songs that were also triggered by that keyword. So that's what it automatically defaults to if you do not type in something valid. And you can see it also logs that as well into here. So next on the list is the OMDB API, and I'll show that off here as well. So same base level here, so you do node LIRI.js, and then instead of Spotify this song, it would be movie this. And I'm going to use the movie Fight Club as an example. And you can see here, it populates the information in the log.txt file and displays it also in the command line. And you can see movie title is Fight Club, year of release is 1999, both IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes ratings, the country is made in, language, a small insert of the plot, as well as the actors that were in that movie. So that is essentially it for the movie OMDB section, pretty straightforward. So moving on, we're going to look at the concert section, which is concert this, and it's using the Bands in Town API. So concert this, and we'll do, just to stick with the theme, we'll also do ween, and when you enter that, shows this is loaded, populates the information in the log.txt file, and then you can see the lineup is, in this case, ween. The venue name is the Met Philadelphia, and that's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the date is December 14th, 2018. And there's also some shows happening, looks like a back-to-back show happening in Port Chester, New York at the Capitol Theater. And to get this date, because when you originally enter the API, it's going to give you sort of a line of dates that isn't necessarily easy to read. So we use the moment npm to basically transfer this into something a little bit more readable. As you can see, this format is a little bit nicer to look at. So that's it for the concert section. And then the last section is the random.txt one, and that is do what it says. So you can see in here before I hit enter that the random.txt is asking it to Spotify this song, and it's saying I want it that way. So let's see if that's what it populates. And it looks like it does exactly that. So if you go in here and you switch this to something else, so let's just say I wanted to concert this, and we want to do the same thing, just we'll see if that works. So if I save this and go back in here, do what it says, it's going to do the essentially the same thing. I must not have typed it incorrect, but you get the gist. So that's it for the do what it says section. And again, you can see that all of this has been logged into log.txt. And am I missing anything? Let's see here. So this is just a little snippet of the code, so you can see that everything is running off of these APIs, and then it's getting called down here, where it's asking if you type this in, it's going to run this command. So again, this will be attached to my GitHub, so you can look at the code directly if you'd like to get a better idea of it. But that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy it.